Hello and welcome. Finally, we are going to understand EFK practically. It is a live lab that I am going to perform and we are going to monitor our environment. So let's start. So here we have lab EFK Full Lab Setup on Docker Swarm. We are going to understand this lab using two parts. In first part, we are going to set up whole lab environment including Docker Swarm cluster, and then in second lab, we will set up EFK. So let's start with lab introduction. This walkthrough will take you through the complete EFK stack setup in Docker Swarm cluster, covering detailed steps for prerequisites, installation and configuration. This setup includes EC2 instance prerequisites, setting up Docker Swarm cluster, installing Elasticsearch, Fluentd and Kibana in the Swarm cluster, and testing and validation setup. Now, let's start with the EC2. Here, I don't want you to go and check older videos to install Docker Swarm cluster and to set up the whole environment. I am doing everything. Okay. So here we have one problem, but let's complete the lab first and then I will discuss about it. Security group. First of all, before we are going to create EC2 instance, we have to set up security group. Here we are going to set up two security group. Okay. Now, when we are going to set up security group, we need to understand that we have to allow communication between Elasticsearch, Fluentd and Kibana. So we have to allow port related to them as well. So if you look at here, I'm having one security group known as manager SG, which is used to protect my manager node. And here we have to allow all this port. We have to allow TCP port, UDP port and TCP UDP together. In the TCP, we have to allow 2377, which is used for Docker Swarm manager communication. We have to allow 9200, which is used for the Elasticsearch. We have to allow 5601, which is used for Kibana. We have to allow 24224 for Fluentd log collection and 22, which is for the access of our EC2 instance. Then we have to allow UDP port 4789 for overlay network communication, and then we have to allow 4796 for a Swarm communication. So these are ports that we need to open. For our convenience, what I have done over here, I have security group. And if you look at this here, I have manager SG in which I have allow all the port. Here I just added one extra port which is HTTP port because we are going to set up our application over there and we are going to test this. Okay. So you can add this HTTP port as well. And if you don't want to add it right now, you can add it later. So I have one group. It is manager SG, which is used to protect my manager node. Same way, here we have one another security group as well, which is for worker SG. Here we are allowing 24224 Fluentd and 22. Then we have like a basic port 4789 for overlay communication, TCP UDP 4946 for Swarm communication. So if you look at here, I have allowed all the port. Now keep this in mind, there is no mix of TCP UDP. If I have written like TCP UDP means you have to add TCP 7946 and UDP 7946. Okay, you have to allow both. So I have these two security groups are ready. Let's verify this. Look at this. Manager SG and worker SG, which is used to protect my Docker Swarm environment. It is always good idea to allow specific port, but if you want to allow all ports like all traffic, you can. But I am always going with the best practices, so I'm just going to follow the best practices. That's all. Now we have to create EC2 instances. Now here we have one problem. Problem is if you are going to create EC2 instance, specifically T2 micro, it cannot able to handle requirement of EFK stack. Okay. So at minimum, you have to create these EC2 instance. I'm going to give you detail about this. I'm really worried about charges. You guys, if you are going to perform this lab, you have to create these two EC2 instances. And because these two EC2 instances are not free, you have to pay almost 100 rupees. Okay. Or 1 USD. I recommended you to perform this lab because 100 rupees is like a very low amount, but you are going to learn everything. But yes, keep this in mind. If you are going to perform this lab, you have to pay for EC2 instance. Now here we are going to create number of EC2 instances too. One will be work as a manager node, one will be as a worker node. Now we want your worker node, which is going to hold Elasticsearch and Kibana container. It must have T3 large and 30 GB space. For worker node, we can go with the T3 medium and 20 GB space. Now it is at minimum. Okay. Why? Because otherwise if you will go with the T2 micro, it will take time, but it is not going to perform lab. I tested it with the various EC2 instance because I want to save money, but it is not possible. You have to use at least T3 large and T3 medium. Now, whatever I am telling you right now, it is not actually requirement according to the field. In the real world, when they are going to set up this particular stack, the recommended requirement is 3 or more EC2 instances. There will be one manager node which is going to hold Elasticsearch and Kibana, and here it will have M5 extra large and 100 GB space. Same way for worker node, you have to go with the T3 large and 50 GB. But it is okay. In the real world, we have to set up this. But as we are learning this particular process, we can go with this particular time. Now, please don't go with the T2 micro. Don't try this. It is going to waste your time. If you don't want to perform lab, no need to worry. I'm going to provide you whole step-by-step detail. You can watch this. Otherwise, I am giving you this advice that you can go and perform lab. Okay. Now let's create manager node first. So here I am inside my EC2 instance. A EC2 dashboard. Let's create launch instance. Here I am giving name manager. Here I am going to use Ubuntu. Here we have T3 large, right? Here we have 2 CPU. Now 2 CPU is actually requirement. Okay, if you are going with 1 CPU, it is actually problematic. So here we have this T3 large. I am going to select this T3 large. Here it is my key, and I am going to click on edit. Here I am going to say select existing security group. We have this manager SG, which is already done, and here I am going to increase space. So we want 30 GB. So let's create this, right? And now let's click on launch instance. Now we want to create another EC2 instance as well. So launch. Here I am going to create worker node. Let's say worker. Again, I am going to create Ubuntu. Here we have T3 medium. Okay, we can go with the T3 medium. Okay. Then here we have 4 GB RAM. September is a key that I have. Edit. We have this security group ready. So I am just going to use this worker SG. And here we want 20 GB. Right. So done. And let's click on launch instance. Now we want to set up Swarm environment as well. So for this, I'm going to access these two EC2 instance. Okay. So I have this command prompt. I already provided name. So we are going to use this. Okay. Let me, in the command prompt, I have SSH-I, September is a key I have, Ubuntu, and let's verify IP address.
Sorry guys, sorry to disturb you. I know you all are enjoying the session and suddenly it stopped. But if you want full video or if you want full Docker course having 130 plus videos including projects, you can become our community member. Enrollment link is in description. Moreover, we also provide 24/7 support, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Shatara, updates and completion certification as well. Still you have any queries regarding it, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.